Hey everybody, Brett from AstartesGaming here, back with another episode of our Star Wars RimWorld Let's Play. So we're picking up right where we left off in the last episode, after having picked up a new character in the form of Falcon, and fighting off a pretty substantial raid in which Heth and Kenta both took a little bit of heat. We also were able to capture one of the raiders named Minoka, who is a decent shot and has potential to get quite good at combat. Also some passion in growing and mining, so we'll definitely need miners to help us dig out this giant mountain fortress slash research center that we're building. So we'll hopefully be able to recruit him as well as Kamba. Now, I went through the last like 10 or so videos, comments on the videos, to find a name suggestion for Falcon. I didn't really come across any that fit, so make sure you guys keep throwing name suggestions at me, because I do plan on naming all these, or at least all the new characters after your suggestions. However, keep in mind that I can only change their nicknames. So some people were giving me like full names with surnames and stuff, and I can't really use those. There's a limit to how long the nicknames can be, and I certainly don't want to have, like, 2 or 3 names long across here, especially if they're fairly long names on their own. It just got to be like a nice short nickname. Stuff like this, Heth, May, Kenta, Lin, stuff that I can say easily and quickly, and then I can fit in the nickname slot. So keep that in mind. For now, Falcon will remain Falcon until I see something I like better. But I'll check, every episode or so. So he may not remain Falcon for very long. Minoka will definitely get renamed. Kamba, I kind of like the name of, but we'll see if we ever get either of them to join. So Kenta is taking down this wind turbine for us, and we're going to build another one somewhere where it won't conflict with this one. Salt has passed out from exhaustion on the floor, so we'll try to get her some food and into her bed as soon as we can. May is just doing her normal sleep thing. Lynn is digging out one of the hallways up here. So pretty soon we'll be able to wrap this around. And I've also queued up the digging of this area here, as well as one of the bedrooms there. So we'll see when that gets done. And Falcon should be helping her with that. I think we do have another harvest coming up here, though, as well. So we'll see. We're starting to get more rice than we know what to do with. Apparently some of his apparel is a bit beat up. I imagine it would be probably his hat. 29%, yeah. Oh good, Heth is fully healed. Kenta shouldn't be far behind. His wounds were less severe, if I remember right. But he doesn't have the force helping him, obviously. Let's see, what are you doing, man? Hauling steel to stockpile zone. Okay, that works for me. What are you up to now? You're going to go rest finally? Yeah, I'm okay with that. How are you doing in terms of food? Okay, so minor starvation. It's getting a little bit concerning. As soon as she hits this minimum threshold here, she should wake up and go eat. But, I can't exactly force her to do that. Also, I think we're going to start furnishing some of the bedrooms today. So it's probably all going to be marble, which is going to look a bit boring, because these rooms are just going to be all gray, but, what can you do? Actually, what does the beauty look like on that? So a marble dresser would be 20. Okay. I don't think they really care about color. I mean, obviously, the aesthetics are a little bit less simple. Actually, so a marble one would be better than wood. Alright, then we'll do a marble dresser there. How do I not have enough stored? We should have, like, a ton of those. I guess we used them all for building, so we'll have to start cutting more. And then we'll do one here as well. And then we're going to wrap stuff along the walls too, but I'm not going to worry about that just yet. I will need to unsuspend that. And so I imagine that'll be Kenta's main priority moving forward, but we'll see. Ooh, we need some power there. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to queue up the mining of this. And we'll build a wall there and run power through it. Even though we won't be able to utilize this until this nutrient paste dispenser is moved. At least we can get the wall there and the conduits through, and we'll just kind of work around this thing. Didn't future-proof very well there, but what can you do? Let's see. I think we're going to have to floor this. I just don't know how I want to floor it. I'd prefer to do wood floors. And then, let's see. Concrete, paved tile, sterile tiles, which require steel and a lot of silver, unfortunately. But in the areas where we're going to be doing surgery, so maybe on the perimeters or something, the sterile tile, and in the center we can just do simple wood floors. Don't have the wood to do that just yet, though. And I think I'd actually prefer to do more floors, because there's cooler patterns. Yeah. Let's see. Never gets dirty, and so is suitable for use in sterile environments. So this is actually a good alternative. And it requires plasteel and components instead. So plasteel might be hard to come by, but at least we wouldn't have to use silver, because using silver to build stuff is like building things out of money, essentially. And you don't want to do that if you can help it. Alright, let's get things moving a little bit. It's nighttime for most of our pawns here, so we will fast forward until some of them start waking up and doing things. Heth is going to go feed these guys, and I prefer if he would maybe go recruit. I'm really sorry that you don't have a bed, man. Kenta is just taking forever to heal. In fact, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to draft you. Get out of there. Undraft. And this is going to get marked for Falcon. That way Kenta stops sleeping in it. And so he'll have somewhere to sleep moving forward. Let's get this queued up for hauling. Oh, good. Compacted steel. That's what we like to see. What are you doing, man? Meditating? Alright. If you want to meditate, I can get you a meditation pad. Or something to meditate on. Okay, good. He's fully healed. Not that it matters anymore. Let's start digging from that side. In fact, what we need to do is mine out all of this. I don't really care about this center part. But at least along the walls, I need to be able to run wires and stuff through it. And it looks like they're going to get right on that. Oh, okay. What just happened? Oh, one of our power conduits exploded, it looks like. It happened outside, though. So that is certainly better than any alternative. Okay, it happened right at the door. Yikes. Alright, everybody get on that. Salt, you can keep sleeping. Everybody else needs to go put out fires, though. Okay, and they're going to immediately repair all the damage, so good on them. Let's slow things down a little bit so I can follow what's going on. Lynn, I need you to not... Here, you know what? Cancel all of this. What are you doing now? I need you to stay inside, Lynn. I might have to give her her own work zone or something. Yeah, go back inside and dig at this steel in here. Because there's steel in here. Well, at least a little bit. But honestly, getting this building taken care of is... Or excuse me, these rooms taken care of is probably a greater priority for us. I don't really need... I'm going to reconnect this, by the way. I don't want the wires sticking through the walls. There we go. That looks better. But actually, this one won't work because I haven't run conduits through all that yet. Not that it matters, they'll get torn down eventually, but just something to take care of in the future. Heth is going to refill the hopper. That's great. We have a minor break risk in the form of salt. What is her deal now? Disturbed sleep. She's in pain. Why is that? Malnutrition. Is that causing her pain? Really? Just because she didn't eat for a while? Alright, well. She's going to go cut some stone blocks for us. I suppose that's fine. Normally Kenta does it, but if that's what she wants to do, she's welcome to do it. And let's see. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to queue up some marble walls along here. And I won't do that side just yet. I've also added the extended doors mod that we are using in our 40k playthrough to this one as well, because I think they have, you know, pretty much universal use, so why not? I particularly like the blast doors and the jail doors. And we'll try to make use of both of those. The blast doors obviously will be like our main entrance and exit. And our jail doors will be in the, you know, prisoner block. Or the detention block. It's a nicer word for it. Make sure we keep queuing all these for hauling. Once this gets built, we will run wires through it, and then we'll leave space for a door, and then run wires through the next little bit of wall. That way, again, we can get power to this room, start heating it, and future-proof for the bedroom that'll go here once this is moved or torn down and rebuilt. What are you up to, man? You're gonna go refill the hopper? You don't really need to stay on it like that. I'm also kind of concerned, is this stuff deteriorating? It doesn't look like it. I'm just worried that we're losing food because it's not getting hauled fast enough. But what can you do? I also really would prefer if this stuff was stacked more efficiently, because there's no reason for these 3 to be on their own stacks. It's just people kept trying to eat it raw, and so it got separated, but really it should all be one thing. It's awfully cold in there. I kind of feel bad for them. And he's going to start building the furniture. Fantastic. So let's see. I think I am going to add a marble wall right there just to make this symmetrical. Although technically the room isn't. The room goes one further block this way, but that's for the research stuff, which eventually we're going to need to add here. So let's see. Ooh, a refinery. Wood in the chem field. We're never going to need one of those. We don't have enough wood. So let's see. We'll do the high-tech research bench probably right in the center, maybe off to one side. I'm not sure what else we're going to need to add in here, to be honest. So I don't know if I should leave room or not, but I suppose this is deep enough where I couldn't add all that much next to it and still have room. So I guess I'll put it in the corner like that. Bad temperature. Well, we'll deal with that. That's something that we're going to work on. And that will eventually get a door, some heaters, all that good stuff. We'll need power in here as well. Let's see. Heth, I really don't need you refilling that hopper every 5 seconds, but I guess if that's what you want to do. Let's queue these for hauling, and then we are going to get some marble walls built along there. And what else? Power. We'll need conduits running into these walls. Actually, I don't know if I can queue them all the way across. We'll see. That's good enough for now, though. And this heater may even be able to connect at that distance. Let's also boost the temperature up to 40, because that's the only way we seem to be able to heat these rooms effectively. Actually, that one's doing fine. How's this one doing? Pretty good. Let's get it to 25. That's a better ambient temperature. This one doesn't seem to be able to overcome the size of that room. Kamba, are you ever going to come around, man? Still 82%. Let's see. Cannot grow, bad seasonal temperatures. So is there anything that is a little bit more tolerable? Sensitivity 100% versus, hold on here, I want to see my options. 100%, daylilies 100%. So they're all very, very sensitive. So until I drop a heater or something in here, they're not really going to not really going to be able to grow anything. So I think I'm going to build one in here. I don't particularly like the idea of giving prisoners a heater, but we'll do it just to keep them warm and happy, and that will allow this to grow, which will make them a little bit happier. And at the very least, heaters can get uninstalled and reinstalled, so it's not like the nutrient paste dispenser or any of our other you know, bigger things where once you plant them, they're kind of permanent. Okay, so this is no longer being blocked. Fantastic. That is another thing I think I'll add, is another turbine, this time not overlapping. In fact, I'll leave a little bit of a gap. And let's see, what is your output currently? Almost 3,000 watts, although it's dropping. It seems like the wind is kind of falling off. Visitors have arrived. I'm going to send them away and have them come back later once we have visitor quarters set up. My intent eventually is, I don't love where all this stuff is now, and I'm wondering if maybe we should eventually tear these down and build them somewhere where they're better protected. But I'd like to have like a big entrance here that's very secure and has like defenses set up, so if you walk in, you basically get shot to hell unless you're on our side. And then we'll have like a visitor's quarters around that, and then we'll have hallways branching off to, you know, our main habitation area. And I guess I don't want the detention center to be on the opposite side, because if we're doing all our surgery and stuff up here, I want them to be fairly close by, but we'll see. We're going to put things wherever they fit, but we want some logic to how things are laid out. Let's see. It does seem like this is going to produce power a lot more consistently for us than these will, but not... Well, maybe not as consistently, but... well, I'm not sure how to describe it. But yeah, when these aren't producing power, at least we can rely on these to give us something. And Kenta, again, favoring his own bedroom above all else. But that's fine, whatever he wants to do. So there's his marble dresser. That's going to add some comfort to that bedroom and make it a lot more pleasant to live in. Could you do me a favor and get that chunk out of your bedroom? And then I need somebody cleaning, I just don't know who. Because these smooth floors don't look particularly great when they are dirty. Oh, I should probably queue these up as well. Alright, so everybody's going to sleep. This heater appears to be working pretty effectively. It did connect to the conduit over there, and it's already raised the temperature in here to more than 30 Celsius. So I'm going to drop it down to 25 and have it just be a nice comfortable ambient temperature in there. And it should level out. We are going to need to heat this room better, because if this remains, you know, -4... Ooh, got some hearts coming out of that double bed there. Let's give them some privacy. So if this room remains at like -4, basically below freezing, every time they open these doors, this is going to drop. And the heaters are going to have to double time it to heat them back up. So my hope is that if we can heat this room, all of the heaters will have to, you know... pull less power. Why are you eating raw rice, man? What is your deal? I don't think she needs warm clothes right now. I think she's just fine. Alright, he's gonna haul some steel. That's great. Let's see, somebody's building something. They've got a heater, that's good. Let's crank this up a bit just to get it warm in there, and then I will bring it back down to a more reasonable temperature. I hear building. Who is building? Oh, okay, she's cutting marble chunks. Fantastic. So it seems like we've got a nice, like, nice production line going. What's your deal? 8 raw food. Oh, May shut you down. Well, May is engaged. Feeling bad, slept on ground. You have a bedroom now. I don't know why he keeps eating without tables. Like, I have tables and food set up, but he just refuses to use them. He also doesn't like that hat, apparently, so I'm going to have him take it off. It's not really necessary either. It's not like it's the only thing keeping him warm. And apparently that was enough to make him happy. He's already more than capable of surviving in these temperatures with what he's got on. It's just, I don't like that haircut, so I was hiding it behind a hat, but what can you do? Maybe I'll put him in full stormtrooper armor or something. Give him a helmet so I won't have to look at his weird, like, ponytail thing. Alright, so as the sun comes on up, it looks like Minoka is fully healed, so now we just have to actually recruit him. And the difficulty is remaining at 99%, which, I mean, maybe it's because he doesn't have a whole lot of relation with our other people yet, whereas, like, Kamba is friends with a lot of them by now. But, this room is pretty pleasant at this point. It is a little dirty, but they have beds. They have fairly nice beds. They have heat. Oh, it's a bit warm in there, actually. Let's turn that down. We'll do target 25 like we are everywhere else. This should be growing in fairly quickly. And we just need to get them... I mean, I don't know if we'll ever get them better meals. They're prisoners, but... this room should be, you know, fairly pleasant. Still 82, even with the flour in there, huh? Come on, Heth, you can do it. And, alright, let's get some walls. Some marble walls queued up along here. Something like that. This is going to be considered outdoors, so I'm almost wondering if we should mine that out first. Because you can see the temperature is minus 51. This is exactly what I was talking about in regard to triple thick walls. I don't remember if it was in this playthrough or if I mentioned it in the 40k one, but you can see here, when sandwiched between two other walls, this center one is considered outdoors. And so every single one of these that's sandwiched between, except for this one that's exposed, is at minus 51. So it's actually going to make it harder to insulate these rooms. Therefore, I think I will dig it out. Let's see. Yeah, mine all this. And I'm going to cancel this order for now. Until that gets done. And I might just leave that as open air or something. We'll see. I don't know what I could put in there that wouldn't cause us issues. Let's see. I suppose what I could do is I could use that area as like extra battery space. So I could lay them in sideways like this. Although, if anything happened to them, I wouldn't really be able to get in there to maintain them, and that might be a problem. But that would be a better use of our space. So, it's something I'll consider. In fact, let's deconstruct... oh boy. I don't know. I'm not going to worry about it for now. Let's just get that mined out first. But maybe I'll turn those into extra battery rooms or something. And we can do the same on all the corners. Since they'll all have that weird gap. So you're going to cut some more stone blocks. Fantastic. You are working on that. Great. Do we need to power that? I imagine we do. Requires power. Okay, perfect. So we are going to need to run conduits there. Let's do that. I think what I'll do is I'll wrap it around like this. And run it along here. I'm not going to do that one because I may be tearing that out. And then right here on the hallway, ooh, that needs to get dug out too. Let's see. Somebody needs to mine that corner. The rest I don't really care about. Okay, you're going to start building. Before you do that, I'm going to have you dig this little spot. Just so I can run conduits into there. And we'll run power along the walls here. Pretty much going to have power in all the walls just because it'll make it easier for me to build wherever I want to and not worry about, like, oh, is this wall part of the grid or is it not? And that way we'll have a lot of redundancy as well. So if one conduit goes out, then we can... Really, dude? What the hell is going on? Just mine the damn thing out. It's not that hard. Anyways, we'll have a lot of redundancy, so if we lose a conduit like here, for example, hopefully there'll be other conduits running to still power this thing. We don't lose, like, you know, for example, the grid in here is not very good right now. Let's see, so, yeah, we've only got the one. Ideally, we'd have power in all the walls, so if any one spot died, we'd still have power going around the other direction. But right now, if we lost the conduit like here, or maybe at the door, we'd lose power in this whole room. So that's not something that we want to leave the possibility for. Let's see, structure, let's throw down a marble wall there, and then power, we'll throw a conduit here. And pretty soon we'll be able to tear down this bench, salvage the wood from it, and get May working in a much more suitable area, although it is still a bit rough. Oh, nice. Heth has just leveled up. Where is he? There he is. He's building. So let's look at his force abilities. What are our other options? We can force choke. Honestly, I think giving him a greater force pool would be very useful, because his has been extremely limited so far. That's kind of tempting. Even though that's a light side power, some of these would be kind of useful. So he might end up a little bit more gray than I intended, just because these are all pretty good utilitarian abilities, where these are all basically just various types of attacks. And then these are neutral, so he can take them if he wants without affecting this. I don't know, maybe the center ones will dilute his dark side a little bit. Obviously the light side will, but let's up his force pool so that he'll have more to draw on. Force Rage is pretty good. Again, it can make enemies attack each other, which is fantastic. And hopefully, let's see, oops. As he continues to build, he should gain more XP, although researching and melee combat are going to be the best things for that. But at least this way he won't end up super overpowered. You working on power conduits? Can you haul this stuff inside for me? Because it's not going to be easy to sell it if it's all, you know, torn apart. You're building marble walls. Fantastic. I mean, he's leveling up, but he keeps failing stuff. He's already at 5, actually. He started at 3. So, he's you know, making progress. Just every once in a while he F's something up and we gotta redo it. Not the biggest deal, but, you know, just a minor inconvenience. I guess a question that we need to figure out is, can people walk over batteries? Let's draft you, and can I order you there? It would appear that they can't. Okay, they can, it slows them down. Alright, so thank you for that little bit of science there, May. That means that if we put batteries in here, they can walk over them. So I don't know where I'll put the door, but I can fill this entire area with batteries if I want to. And that's probably what I'll do. And that way, I don't think batteries will explode if they're indoors, but if we lost, like, you know, this, for example, we'd have batteries elsewhere, and all of our eggs wouldn't be in a single basket. They'd be scattered across our base. So again, just kind of future-proofing against accidents and things that almost certainly will happen. And I think that's where we're going to end it for today, guys. Didn't get a lot done today. I would have liked to recruit one of our prisoners. Minoka's not going to come along easily, though. We might just have to cut him loose and see if he comes back. Kamba, on the other hand, should be recruitable, 82%. Let's see, is there anything else we can do? Still in pain. That should go away. Worn out apparel. I'm not going to give you nicer clothes. My friend Cambiar died. So were you actually friends with some of the people we just fought? Apparently. Oh, I need a table in here so that he can sit and eat. Huh. Okay, that's something to think about. But if I can mitigate or get rid of some of these, that should make him easier to recruit. That's true of Minoka as well. But Minoka, I think, is just going to be too difficult to work with at 99. So, again, it might be one of those things like with Salt, formerly Beach, where we cut her loose and then she came back to us later. We'll certainly see. We do have another bedroom almost ready. We'll need to, of course, wall it off and smooth the floors out, but that's not going to take us very long. In fact, we can do that right now. Or at least part of it. And yeah, so we'll leave it here for today, guys. Don't forget to keep those names coming for Falcon or any future characters. We've actually got quite a few already. We're up to 6 and growing. Another thing that we'll need to look at is being able to start producing clothing that we actually want our guys to wear. So not just random, you know, shirts and pants, but actual you know, stormtrooper armor or Imperial officer uniforms are fine. We may actually have the potential to make those already. I don't see them on here. So maybe it's under complex clothing. That would make sense. That's something that we'll probably research fairly soon. Actually, no, we already have that, don't we? Huh, we'll see. I'll kind of play with it, but yeah, I want to be able to make Imperial officer uniforms. I want to be able to make stormtrooper armor. We're working toward being able to make blasters. We're not that far, actually. All we need is to get this multi-analyzer, which is something that we will prioritize as well. Because now that we have the steel high-tech research bench... Oh, we made that as steel? I probably shouldn't have done that, but oh well. It's not like this is going to get replaced. I should have made that out of marble, though. Now that we have this, we can actually start doing those more advanced projects. So things are moving forward. And I guess that is kind of a big step up. I kind of downplayed it, but that is a big deal. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I had a great time playing some RimWorld with you, and I look forward to seeing you guys back here for the next episode.